If the root canal up to if the root canal breaks up into multiple tiny canals, it is referred to as delta system. What is delta system? If the root canal breaks up into multiple tiny canals, it is referred to as a delta system because of its complexity. You can see in the figure 13.6. This is the figure 13.6. Apical end of root showing one main canal and an adjacent delta system. Pulp horns. The projections or prolongations in the roof of the pulp chamber correspond to the various major cusps or lobes of the crown. Projections or prolongations in the roof of the pulp chamber correspond to the various major cusps or lobes of the crown. The pulpal tissues that occupy these prolongations are called pulp horns. The pulpal tissues that occupy these prolongations are called pulp horns. You can notice this in figure 13.7. The prominence. This is the figure 13.7. This is the figure 13.7. Right. This is the figure 13.7. The figure 13.7. In picture A, you can see the molar and bicuspid pulp cavities. Right, molar and bicuspid pulp cavities. Note the prominence of the pulp horns and the complexities of pulp chambers and root canal systems. The prominence of the cusps or lobes corresponds with the development of pulp horns. The prominence of the cusps or lobes corresponds with the development of pulp horns. Right? If the cusps or labial lobes are prominent, as in young individuals, one should expect to find equally prominent pulp horns underlying these structures. You can see this in figure 13.8b6. These projections become less prominent with time as a result of the formation of secondary dentin. You can notice this in figure 13.8b1. This is the figure 13.8. This is the figure 13.8 of the maxillary central incisor sections of natural specimen. In B1, what you see in B1, you can see the pulp horn is not prominent due to the formation of secondary dentin, whereas in B6 you can see the pulp horns is prominent. That means it is a specimen of young individual. Usually the pulp horns corresponds with the number of cusps or labial lobes. This is central incisor. Here pulp horns corresponds with the number of labial lobes. Figure 13.7. In picture B, you can see the microcomputed tomographic scans of dental anatomy. That is, here 36 micrometer resolution is used. In picture 1 of B, we can see a clinical view of the tooth 9 shows two accessory canals and an apical bifurcation. In picture 2 of figure B, in picture 2 of picture B, right, you can see the mesiodistal view of the tooth showed in 1 in 3 of picture B. In 3 of picture B, you can see the working length radiograph. The working length radiograph with the files placed in both apical canal aspects. With files placed in both apical canal aspects. Let's talk about the demarcation of pulp cavity and canal. The cemento-enamel junction, that is CEJ, is not quite at the level of the cemento-enamel junction is not quite at the level at which the root canal becomes the pulp chamber. That is pulp root canal or pulp canal becomes the pulp chamber. You can see in the figure 13.1. This is the figure 13.1. We can see very clearly the CEJ is not quite at the level at which root canal becomes the pulp chamber, right? Pulp chamber, right? This demarcation is mainly macroscopically based. This demarcation is mainly macroscopically based, but may be visualized by exploring the cemento-enamel junction. You can see this in figure 2.16. This demarcation is mainly macroscopically based, but may be visualized by exploring the cemento-enamel junction. You can see the figure 2.16. I am noting the difference in density between the enamel and density at the mesial and distal tooth surfaces on radiographs. Enamel covers the external surface of the dentin, which makes up part of the pulp chamber, whereas cementum covers the entire external dentinal surface of the root canal space. The demarcation is simpler. The demarcation is simpler in multi-rooted teeth because the pulp cavity within the root is the root canal. Because the pulp cavity within the root is the root canal, and the remaining pulp cavity is the pulp chamber. Right? Microscopically, the pulp within the chamber appears to be more cellular than the pulp within the pulp of the root canal. Means the pulp chamber